Firstly, Mr. Goenka, thanks a lot for coming today. I think you have flown in just for this. I know you're flying back right after this event, and everybody's looking forward to hearing your
My
session.
pleasure.
Thank you. So I think we put a little bit of a graphics here, which is basically your journey starting from Rajasthan to various stops in your life, and it starts with the steam engine, then it just goes to various lives because it's a 200-year-old legacy, right? So we're trying to depict it through history as much as possible. But one interesting thing in your story, which I've known you for many years, very, very interesting part of the story is when you took over the business from your family, the market cap was roughly 2,500 crore and you built it to a valuation of over 1 lakh crores in the last 15 years. So that's an incredible turnaround, takeover, pushover, whatever, that's a terrible story. Not many have heard of that side of your story. Would love to start with that high note and then go to the next of the questions.
Frankly, it sounds more impressive than it is. A lot of it is the blessings of someone above and a lot of good luck, but also a few bold decisions which involved changing legacy team, getting in youth, getting in newer ideas, just thinking big and having the conviction to go ahead and implement. So yes, when I separated from the family, the companies that I inherited weren't necessarily doing that well. Most of them were loss-making. Then there was a very deep focus on operational excellence, on process efficiencies, on getting to be best in class in terms of cost of production, and then getting into newer areas like IT-enabled services, sports, renewable energy. And I think, as I said earlier, someone up there has been kind. So far, so good.
No, I think you're very humble. I have to ask one specific question, which is very relevant for all the families who are sitting here. You did mention that moving away from legacy team and hiring youth to the organization. Tell me one couple of challenges that you faced in your mind, and is there anything that you would like to share? And maybe it could be very valuable for all of them here.
You know, many were people who you had seen over 20 years, 25 years. There were emotional connects, but they were not right for the business. They were just too steeped in being satisfied with too little. So it was balancing the emotions and the needs of the business. So initially it took a little bit of time, but then with a few years, one becomes a little more confident, more self-assured, and then these decisions come quicker.
Were you emotional or were you scared?
Both. Because you don't know what happens if the people you get don't work out. So with your own knowledge of those domains increasing, the insecurity becomes less.
Okay, so the family's history started in Rajasthan 200 years back. And what are the sort of values of grit, resilience, and enterprise that continue, that you've taken with such a legacy, right? Not many families can build that long a legacy and touch wood, continue and grow further, venture out into newer areas. What are the sort of values that you've taken, inherited?
So we started as bankers to the East India Company, then got into banking, which got nationalized, then got into tea, textile, jute. But the one thing we were told is that don't be emotional about a particular business. You can be passionate about success, but you cannot be emotional about a particular thing, even if it's dying or that industry is getting phased out or technology is changing. So we've actually continuously evolved. So from jute and textiles to chemicals, then on to tires, then on to power, then on to energy, then on to IT-enabled services, then on to sports. So it's been a constant evolution.
And then the Kolkata, right? How Kolkata has been a birthplace, RPSG headquarters. How has the city influenced you in terms of your thought process when you started out?
You know, the city, the environment, the people always have an impact on you. So whether you live in Mumbai or you live in Kolkata, or you live in London, or you live in Dubai, you live in Singapore, your immediate surroundings definitely impact you. But it's for you to set your goals. It's for you to define your ambitions. It's for you to believe in yourself and to go ahead and achieve it.
Then came the Mumbai phase, right? Which we discussed briefly, wherein you carved out and you built large business and so on. One of the interesting aspects about from what I've seen you closely and which I quite like is you've got your set of businesses, but you also have your own investments, family offices, you have a fund, you look at newer opportunities, and you're quite engaged and actively involved in that as well. So, how has that side of the journey been?
Fun. So,
Was it the most fun out of the whole 30, 40 years?
you know, frankly, for me, the maximum enjoyment I get is from my music business. But I'm actually enjoying my work like never before. So I just love going to work. And at 65, I'm working much more than I worked at 45. So I'm quite happy.
Big round of applause for that, please. And I must say they're not here, but you have such lovely children, Avarna and Shashwat, and your son-in-law. All
Thank
of them
you.
are such lovely kids you have. How do you look at them in terms of are they having as fun aspect as you do, or do they look at you as workaholic father who's getting into all these new businesses?
Well, I think all the children are doing exceedingly well. And at least already, one of them is worth a lot more than me. So that makes me very proud. Hopefully now there'll be a second one and a third one
Nice.
who will beat me, and I'm waiting for that.
Let's talk about Lucknow IPL dream now. And I think you've traveled all the way, reached Lucknow. And how has that journey been? The sports team and the fun that comes with it, the business that comes. I remember when I met you for the first time, you were speaking about doing a cricket thing with Mr. Virat Kohli in London. And I know how passionate you are about sports. It's not just business for you. You're deeply, you like the game. You really like it. That's what I've understood. How has that journey been? Other day I got a call from Dr. Poonawalla, and he was asking me, Anas, should I get a sports team? It doesn't make sense. And what's your opinion? How is Mr. Goenka managing the sports team? So many of them do not know how passionate you are about sports. So I just want to understand.
I'm passionate about all my businesses. I was a cricket fan, but the moment I got a team, the fan in me went away. And the fun of watching the game also went away. Now it's notes after every over or after every 2 overs. And there is stress, and the team has not done that well in the last 2 years. So there's a lot to be achieved. But business-wise, it's been great. Valuations have gone up significantly in the last 4 years since I invested. I'm very happy. I'm overall actually quite happy with it.
Would you advise any of them here to buy a sports team?
Always.
Okay, great. So we've quickly covered almost every part of India. You also have a software business, a technology business, right? I'm not sure how many would relate to you. That so you're a combination of I would call Mr. Goenkas to Mr. Murthy's, everyone put together. And the first show is it's pretty big business in the US, right? So and you've got a lot of local hires there. You've got a CEO there. How was the transition from the traditional family legacy a business which is focused mainly on India to a technology business?
A lot of learning, and with it, a lot of experience that can be used in other part of the portfolio as well. In the last 9 years or 10 years that I've had the company, I think the investment has grown by about 35 times. And hopefully this is the beginning.
Beginning, okay, great, hopefully. Okay, last question, the future vision, next frontier, right? With you have operations 35 plus countries, network spanning more than 50. What is the most exciting thing that you're looking forward to? Now you've basically covered the whole of India. You've gone international. Just as a joke, if I may ask, does space come in your ambition, or on a serious note, what is next for you?
Right now, the focus is to see if we can treble our profits in the next 4 years. So that's what everything is sort of focused on.
Across all the businesses?
Across all the businesses.
Okay, so before we wind up, what will be one advice that you would give to the leaders of the current family businesses, number one? Number two, to the next generation who's sitting here as well?
Get out of your comfort zone. Get into areas that you've not done in the past. And believe in yourself.
Can we have a big round of applause, Mr. Goenka, please? Thank you.